All right, and welcome back to another episode of the Late Show with T and J. I'm your host Jovan with my co-host Tanner. Tanner, how you been? It's been a year.
It's been a
No
year.
one's heard from us. We went underground. What's up?
Man, so much is what's up right now.
So much.
A lot of happenings. Yeah, but things are coming up. We're good. We're in a good place now.
Oh shit, Mike's going crazy. I'm not doing this anymore.
It's been a year and we're jacked up already.
It's just getting finicky. I'm like, screw it. I'm gonna put it away. Goddamn. Oh. So what? Shit, our last episode was sometime in January or February last year.
February.
We had a New Year's one.
I want to
that.
I want to say February because it was definitely February.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say early February. Yeah. And we said, hey, we took a break. We're back.
and then we took
We're
a
going to
longer
be coming
break.
back with more. And then we stopped.
Yo, it's like going to the office on a day you don't want to be there. All right, I'm back from my break. Hey, let me go take another 15. I'll get back to y'all in a minute. This 15 took a nap.
We
at lunch,
overuse
ain't
those
come
PTO days. Too many vacation days. Not even employed anymore. Got that email. Are you still working here?
Do I? Yes. Yes, I do. I do still work here.
Yes, let's just say yes.
I forgot for a while. COVID, whatnot.
Yeah, that's a good excuse. Yeah, COVID.
So shit. Recap the year a little bit for us.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll kick it off. For those who don't know, I'm pretty sure it's well known now to at least the people who are within the atmosphere of my circle. Live in Tennessee now. Okay, yeah. I'm a sort of a Southern guy, I guess now. No. Getting immersed in that culture. No. You need more. It's coming. Not the racist part, not the Southern flag flying, Confederates. It's not like that
route that shit goes.
It's not that kind of South. No. It's not corner of bumfuck. You got per mile South. No, I'm in Maryville. I'm in a nice South. Knoxville area. I'm more of a suburb, retired community.
Oh, so with the old races. Got you.
As I said that, I was like, they're retired. They might be. Who knows? I don't hang out with the old crowd though, so it is what it is.
You wanted it to.
Yeah, it didn't help my case. The young people are nice. I can say the young people are nice. I'm 31, so I'm in that
right.
I'm in that range where like those damn street youths out here running amok.
You're at least a decade away from the street youths.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
We're both 30. You're 31 now. That's the whole thing. I couldn't say that last time because I wasn't 30 yet.
Yeah, you weren't.
I'm gonna be it, but I am now.
I was 30 with chocolates and a love letter.
That was the last episode, wasn't it?
I don't know if it was. Maybe it was.
Sure. Yeah.
Because then it doesn't come back to February. It's back in January. Late January.
Birthday. No, because I was late, wasn't it?
No.
It's the easy way to figure this one out.
We can just look it up.
Right. It's on my YouTube.
But here we are. So I'm in Tennessee. I am working remotely. I'm an anti-money laundering analyst. Who'da thunk it? Out of all the things, here we are. No, not that one. I tell people that, and they're so, it's kind of offensive to me because everyone's like, what? I'm like, listen, I know I was bad with math, but come on. People learn, they grow.
Like, wait, you work with numbers? Do you know how bad an impression you left on people about numbers if that's the case?
Not a damn good one, man. Not a damn good one. Because we told Matt, and I was like, "What?
Right. That man was
You do
astonished.
what I do?
What I went to college for?
You went to school for?" I mean, he's probably making a lot more money, and he's got like probably a better status job in the field that I'm in for sure.
Definitely.
But yeah, it was funny to get that reaction from him.
Goodness. I think
Yeah.
January 21st. After your birthday.
So that was it. After we filled everyone in on the bar fight and me getting hit by a truck.
Right. That was the last they heard of you. So
And then we
maybe
went
they thought you
dark.
went to jail.
Update on that one. So there was a court, or there was a court date for that, but we weren't invited. Sierra and I.
Litigation. Wait.
Yeah.
Why weren't you invited?
I have no idea. We pressed charges, but we weren't invited. We couldn't plead anything. I don't know. All we got was an order of protection from him. So if he comes near us, there was some. I threw that out a long time ago, but yeah.
Because you have no intention on being around like that. Although
yeah, I mean, and what are the odds of us running into each other? I don't even think he'd probably remember us.
Probably not. He was probably blacked out. Fucking, that was a crazy story for you. Shit.
You know what? It was a good indication of what the 30s were starting off as, and
true.
See what has happened since.
30, not your best year. 31, that's gonna be you though. That's gonna be you.
Yeah, it didn't start off great. 30, let's say 30 ended on a bad note. 31 didn't start off so hot.
I think that's a name. That's a way of perspective. Perspective, because when you look at it like this now, you don't have that sort of disease hanging around you like that. Not, no type of people who are not good for your health. You're working on that now, and that leaves way of healing. That's what I'm trying to get across. So I would look at it differently, personally.
Yeah. There was someone who roasted my post where I took a picture and I was like, 31's gonna be my year. I posted on Instagram, I forgot who it was, but they were like, yo, that was a douchey way to announce that 31 is gonna be your year. But you know what? I was like, you know what? It was my birthday. I was in a hot tub. I was feeling myself. Fuck it.
Bro, I've seen worse.
Like, it's true,
that is like
no nipples were showing. No nipples were showing. So we're good.
Yeah, I didn't like that picture because I'm like, this is hella douchey, but more because I don't like you.
Yeah, I know. You don't like me, but you love me. We get it. It's platonic love.
Remind the people. I needed them to know.
You got to start it off like that, right?
Well, yes. So people understand it's mainly a hate situation. I hate you. And I hate you.
See, but all I hear is I love you, man.
And that's a weird delusion you live in. It's like, I'm trying to tell you for years. I mean, you're kind of a good person. I just won't go away.
I don't get a hint.
You don't. One of these days, you're just gonna disappear out of my life and be like, "Where did he go?" Just go up.
And you'll miss me.
Shit.
All right, so
would
that is sort of a summarized version of where I have been and what I'm doing now. So here, you got some news. There's still some stuff we're keeping on the down low until it's through actual fruition. Don't want to speak about it until it's right, but
well, like you said, most of the people here know who I am, but where I've been. Honestly, I had that same foolish thought of having a post where it said this is gonna be my year. I did that the year before, and well, my year turned out like yours. not great, but on the inside of it, I recognize I came through a lot. My cat's walking on a shelf he's never been on a day in his life.
He's trying to act up now that the camera's recording. He's
I'm
like,
like,
act out, Jovan. I bet. He's like, I dare you.
I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, he's never been on the shelf a day in his life, and he's like, I'm gonna get up here today.
Now's the moment to test it out. Yeah.
I went through a lot of personal changes, like creating my boundaries, having those awkward conversations with the people that I needed to have awkward conversations with. And there was a lot of healing after that. There was still some discourse to go through, but ultimately I'm in a better spot. I'm out of therapy, which is great for me. I had been in therapy heavy for 4 years. And now I'm feeling well enough to be on my own. I started volunteership with a foundation out in San Diego, the Fila Day Conservation Fund. I'm really enjoying that. That's been great. And shit, yeah, life is just better. Me and my personalities are getting along, so there's that.
You got the Smile Continuity Project. Get that.
That's been the biggest thing building is yeah, put all my efforts in wanting to help people into what I call the Smile Continuity Project, where my goal is to give a build a community and give back in a way that I can help people smile, help them either learn to smile again like I've had to, or to continue to smile, because everyone needs maintenance. So that's been my big project. That's moving along a lot faster now, I'd say. I'm I'm really excited with this progress. I'm really excited with this progress. Yeah. But that's my quick recap. I mean, shit. I don't know if I'm really saying anything else right now.
Right, we're just like kind of breezing through, like, hey, well, we're here, we're there. This, let's not get into it. It's like there's a wall,
right?
It's like we're trying to tiptoe around. We're trying to tiptoe around the sensitive stuff just a little bit, but for good reason.
Well, shit. I'm moving later this year. I'm pursuing my dreams, and I'm happy to do that. So yeah, that's a little bit. I tried to take a little bit more of a step into that pool, and I'm like, it's still cold.
Let's like hold on.
It's not...
I get it, because when I did that, I mean, I had the original intention of California, and then I was like, this is not for me. I figured it was going to happen for me in New York, in the city,
right?
Because that's where my agent was. That's where all my auditions were. It was New York, New York, New York. Occasionally Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. So I figured that's where that was going to go. And then, the whole Montclair, New Jersey thing happened, where I lived there. I made this whole announcement. I'm moving. I'm done. I got an apartment. I packed up. I was out, and I got there.
And was back like a couple weeks
later. And I was a week later. Yeah. A week later, I had the money. Everything was fine. It was good to go. And then landlord was like, I'm raising it. I was like, oh, well, I can't afford that. I was like, and I haven't signed a lease yet, so I'm gonna go. I moved in. I lived there for a week for free. I got a gym membership.
Bro.
I got a gym membership and everything. And
talk about living the dream.
So I went to the gym that entire week, and then I left. And then I tried canceling, and they're like, no, you have a 1-year contract. So I had to pay for that for a whole year.
Oh shit.
So you know what? I did end up having to pay for something.
Oh goodness. Oh.
But I feel like, I don't know.
paid for that.
Like
And
how you just said, like you don't want to get too into it, because I got too into it and I was so invested with letting everybody know like I'm out and I'm gone and I'm doing this and I'm chasing this. I spoke about it too soon before
yeah.
I let it happen. I made it too big
Well,
of a deal.
I've been planning this for some time.
Yeah.
Uh,
But,
but
but
as
like
far as
that's the
like
thing.
life announcements go, I'd rather, yeah, like you're getting at, like I'd rather have the life happen first and then make the announcement. Let
Right.
shit settle and whatnot, because sometimes you get ahead of yourself and it's like shit.
And that's exactly what I did. I got ahead of myself before
Mm.
really, being ready for it and prepared. And that's funny because when I came back that time, like I didn't let anybody know really. There was
Mm-hmm.
only a couple people, my family, very close friends knew that I was home, you
Yep.
included,
You gotta
because
lay low
I was
for a minute.
embarrassed. Like I was so embarrassed. Like I went there for a week and I'm back. I was so embarrassed to show my face around everybody. So like, man, I kept a low profile for a while and people were like, yo, what happened?
I think that's another thing, like just people in general need to stop doing. I'm working on that personally. I can't say it without working on it personally. Is shit, we're allowed to fuck up. Like we're allowed to trip up and shit. You know what I mean? Where
Mm,
yeah, you thought big changes were gonna happen, and that's really where your mind and your body were telling you, all right, this is it. This is I'm doing it. And then life said no, and it flicks you back.
not
Like
not today.
that's not your fault. That's situations arise. So it's not like who's really at fault. It's not like you're at fault.
Right.
It's
I think it
it's
was
an
just
expensive
hubris.
area to live. I fucking New Jersey is the most expensive state to live in right now. They're neck and neck, California and them. Like especially when you throw in tax ideas and whatnot. It's ridiculous. They're worse when it comes to taxes.
Right. I think it was a blessing in disguise now.
Right.
For I mean, not for the bigger picture, but for like a lot of reasons, like COVID, I would have been stuck there.
True.
Like
Wait, that
stuck.
wasn't a thing. Oh, you're
No,
just
like if
saying
I stayed in
at
New
this
Jersey, I think I eventually would have tried to hit that tier of getting into like the actual city itself.
yeah, gotcha.
Um, and that's all that I think maybe I've told you this before too, but I've told people before, like I have this fear of going to New York City and then something happening and being stuck because it's basically an island and like you can't get out and there's just nothing but traffic and all these people and there's too many people. It's just too much, and like having that fear of being stuck and you can't get out.
Yeah. Um, I feel you on that. I don't think you told me that personally, but I definitely get that notion because I mean, shit, like you said, with COVID, we saw that you're cut off, but it's also God damn it. It's also the like entertainment hub as well. Like there's still a bunch of things that were still able to be done in some regards. Like could have still checked out Central Park and shit like that. Or, if you were near Long Island, that's a whole, like sometimes that's looked at as a whole different area, really. They got forests and shit over there. But um, I do kind of have that concern when it comes to uh, where I'm moving next. And I don't want it to stop me because now with the experience of how it's been during something like this, I could do it again. I wouldn't want to, but I could, and it wouldn't be too much for me to bear. So, I mean, timing wise, like you said, is everything. And I just feel like at this time, I'm like, all right, hit me with something worse than what it's been for the past 2 years. I'm like, okay, I could do that. But also where I'm going, there's a lot of open space too that I could, because I like to camp and shit. I'm like, all right, shit, put me in a log cabin in the middle of nowhere. I'm gonna be all right. So
It's true.
it's just tough wanting to spill that type of information, but we do what's right for us, and people will know when we're ready. Other than that, fucking Will slapping Chris though. Can we
It's a
talk
good
about it?
segue. It's a great
I'm
segue.
like, we've addressed the people. We talked to them, but I'm like, can we talk
But
about this?
this is what's happening right now. This is what everybody's talking
This is
about.
wild, dude. I'm like,
The
he
slap
walked
heard
up
around the
like a
world.
G and slapped the shit out of that man.
So I was interested in that. I wanted to ask your perspective. Do you think he was in the right?
No.
Do you, like?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Here's the thing. He didn't smack that man who was nailing his wife, but Chris made a joke and you want to smack that man? I'm like, it's either one, he's been tired of getting dragged with every situation that comes about. And anytime there's any question of where his loyalties lie, is it to the people or to his wife, he's letting us know it's to his wife. And that's it. They're like they said, they're in this disaster together. So it's like, all right, shit, y'all do y'all. But also, he's a comedian, and comedians have that past to crack jokes and do crowd work. I wouldn't want anyone to come up on stage while I'm trying to do a set and try and smack me, because I'm a fight. I'm a fight. You go walk up, I'm gonna throw hands. Like, first of all,
Like Chris Rock took that smack really good. To be honest with you, he bounced back with like,
he
"Yo,
didn't even
what?"
press charges.
He kept his hands behind his back and was like, I just got Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me.
I'm like, but that's where it kind of makes him look like it's on some bitch shit too, because it's like, again, you let everybody else pass with all this, and you did it here to him. That's,
yeah.
I don't know. That's questionable.
See, I get. I see it from it's a control perspective on her end. She's controlling him because he laughed when Chris Rock told that joke. He threw his head back and he was laughing hysterically.
Yeah.
You know, she wasn't amused, but and then afterwards, like I guarantee, like as soon as the camera left, she let him know, like no, and that's when he went. You know what I mean?
Shift.
Yeah, and then afterwards he got the Oscar. And then he goes in about how Denzel told him when you're at the highest is when the devil tries, to get in there. Yeah. And I was just like, oh man, like it's a little, I don't know. If you were, he said love makes you do crazy things. Like I get that.
True.
And so like he's hurt. Like I can see that because like I'm in that. I've been in that position. That man's hurting. Like she's got him fucked up because she put him on her own little red table talk. That was for herself. That wasn't for him. Yeah. That was for her, talking about her kid's sexuality, talking about her mom, talking about herself, and then having him there. You could like see the pain in his fucking eyes when she's like, I had an entanglement, like trying to make it sound like it was something else.
And he was made a meme of, literally. They took that slouch back to
embarrassed him.
Like you see that man destroyed. And that's where the people's at fault, because we laugh at everything.
Yeah, that's the culture's fault. That's the culture's fault.
Problem. I mean, I'm a part of it, but shit.
I said that to somebody. I was like, I love and hate that about society right now. It's like anything that happens, it can become a meme, good or bad. It can become a meme. And like, and to be honest with you, I want to avoid it at all costs. Becoming a meme.
War literally memed that day. The day it started, that day turned into memes.
Minutes.
Boom.
People are fast. Minutes after.
I mean, shit. Same thing with last night. They were on top of that. Like, god damn.
Yeah. So that's like what you said. They were fine with the whole August thing.
Yeah.
Maybe publicly, I don't know. Maybe he's not fine with it.
No.
You know. But yeah, like this is the thing. He made a joke. Alopecia, I get it. It's a sensitive subject for her and people who suffer from it. But it was kind of a low key kind of joke.
Well, no, here's the thing. It was
And
a
he's
good
like,
joke.
he's like, I
He
love you, Jada, I
referenced
love you.
to reference G.I. Jane, like that was a solid reference as far as you could literally plop her on a title page that and it fits.
It
The
was a good,
building is
it was a
whatnot.
very, very
And
soft joke.
her being open and everything about that. Again, when you do that in the world of social media and its state today, you are saying this is fair game. If you are putting it out there into the world like it's okay, this is fair game, and you better prove that it's okay. You can't double down. Like I can't now go back and be like all pissed if someone makes a multi-personality joke to me. Because I put that out into the world now. It's fair game.
Mm.
I made it okay enough to put on, no one coerced me or anything. I put that there. So if anyone says anything, all right, I better have a stiff chin, just like Chris. You see it. I
I
was
was just
looking
gonna
for it.
say
I
that.
found it.
I was just gonna say that.
Oh, he took it, like you said, man, clean.
Yeah.
Slap her around the world.
I saw a meme with Jussie Smollett.
Yo,
So it was like Will Smith smacked
he
me
smacked
too.
me too. I was like, yeah, hilarious, dude. I was like, now that y'all wrong for that. Y'all wrong for that. Yo, he got out.
Yeah.
You know he's out already. What is going on in this world, bro?
I was like, I saw he got out. I was like, you know what? We're living in the fucking Matrix.
Yeah,
that's just it.
That's
it.
And here I am
We
about
are.
to just go throw myself into it even deeper. Let me see what's down there. I'm that much of a stubborn asshole. I'm like, y'all say it's so bad, but I'm like, is it really?
During his sentence, and he goes like, I am not suicidal. And like sits down. Like, all right, bro.
Oh shit.
I didn't do it.
I did. He said everything. He did race, he did drugs. He said he was fucking one of the dudes that was roughing him up.
Jerked off together.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm
Come
like,
on.
yo,
What are we doing here?
They did a test run. There's video of them doing a test run. So yeah, I'm gonna be here. Y'all gonna come up, bop bop, right in front of the camera here.
You hit your mark. You hit your mark right here. All right. I'm gonna look up. Bam.
I'm like, ha. That just makes you a bad actor. You need to know where the cameras are. Get out of sight.
Good.
He was like, and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. He popped in the face.
He was okay for Mighty Ducks. For the few lines he had.
Oh. Jussie? He was in Mighty Ducks?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I stopped watching after 1. So
2, I like 2. I didn't like the third.
Jill's a fan, but she likes hockey. I'm not a hockey fan, so it didn't stick.
That's true. She's also from Minnesota, and that's where the main story is from, is kids in Minnesota.
The court scene is literally down the road from my house. They filmed it right here in St. Cloud, right down the road from my house. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, it's cool, guys. I don't know. I guess, shit, I haven't even been into sports a whole lot here recently. Like, I watch from time to time the Celtics, but I don't know. Things just been stale for me overall when it comes to the sports world. I think, now this might be controversial, but I think they should allow steroids again. Do you know what type of jams would be going on the court? LeBron on steroids would be insane.
Maybe he is.
True. Who's
you don't know. You don't know.
Hoping he doesn't see this video because I'm not trying to fight him. he's still a big man.
Bro, have you seen him flop? He'll
Yeah,
take the hit. You'll brush. You know,
yeah.
come on. His big ass, like there was someone who swung for Tristan Thompson, missed Tristan Thompson, and he was barely in the way. It didn't even touch him, and LeBron was like,
He's like a soccer player when it comes to that.
Yeah, and see, this is where I tell people like that's one of my things with him. He's supposed to be the greatest, right? He's supposed to be the best. I'm like, why is he acting like that? I don't play for those calls. Stop playing for the calls. And his acting in that is just as bad as it was in Space Jam 2.
Well, I didn't even watch that. There's no way they were getting my money.
It was on HBO Max. I didn't pay for it. Connor wanted to watch it.
Gross.
I put on one. He wanted to watch two.
You know how I told you I was gonna go on a 90s commercial kind of kick? I did.
Yeah.
And I saw the original Michael Jordan commercial with for McDonald's. It's him and the Looney Tunes. I was like, bro, back. 1996. It was that year. It was the movie that just came out, and it was a promo video. I was like, yo. But honestly, he wasn't a good actor in that, but he was a lot better than LeBron. I think so, anyway.
Yeah. There was, for some reason, the cringiest moment for me, and I don't know why, there was tons of them, but for me, it was when like he got animated and he became short, and he's like, "Oh, I'm as short as Kevin Hart." I was like, "That's a trash joke. That was bad."
I don't know. I've never found him funny. You know.
No.
Like there's some people like there were some NBA players like Blake Griffin. He's actually funny. He can actually be like he can hold a joke. I'll give him that.
All right. So the one time I found LeBron acting funny, that like where like it was, I thought it was entertaining, it was good, was like his Mountain Dew commercials. I think it was, maybe it was Mountain Dew, I don't know, but it's when like he's playing like an old man LeBron, a young LeBron. He's playing like,
I don't think I've even seen that.
Or was it Dr. Pepper? There's old commercials.
Oh,
like there's one of him.
Because he used to be the face of Mountain Dew for a minute when he first came out. When he first got in the league.
I don't remember what it was commercialized for. It was old. It was I think he was still in Cleveland at the time.
Oh shit! I don't know.
Anyway,
it's been a minute.
It's when he played like 4 or 5 different versions, but yeah, whatever. I'm over the LeBron hype train. I've been over it for years.
I think they let him stack the papers, honestly. When it comes to, because he's now 30,000, 10,000, 10,000 on the stat sheets.
37K.
That's a feat. He's
37K.
That's where he's at. Yeah.
37,000, youngest to reach 37,000. Yeah.
Well, there's that. But he's also got over 10,000 assists and 10,000 rebounds, I believe. So he's got a triple double. He's got that type of.
Everyone always talks about that. Like I'm like, yeah, stat like scoring wise, like all around. Like I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, he's fucking a great player.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, but he's still a bitch.
He's still a bitch. Like he's still a Riley.
Bitch, but he's still a bitch. Like, come on, you can't be 6'8", 6'9", all that size, have all this, like, complain and like bitch and moan if things don't go your way as you stack your teams, and then you send them off, and then you act like you're not the GM.
I am starting to hear like the argument more and more of Jordan wouldn't have been who he was without Pippen.
Probably not. But they weren't also in the. I don't think so. No, but they weren't. The times were different then. They weren't stacking. They weren't forming their own super teams.
No, there weren't super teams of the world's best sitting in there.
Yeah.
Now that's all.
And have like everyone had like they were a 10-time All-Star. You got 6-time All-Stars. You got you got Carmelo Anthony, you got Russell Westbrook, you got Anthony Davis, you got LeBron James.
And they're still not the winningest team in the league. And that's
They're
what's wild.
they're fighting to still get a playoff spot.
Dude, I'm still Celtics. They've been kicking ass. They were doing trash beginning of the season, which is why I stopped. I was like, all right, y'all hurting me.
Yeah.
So I gave it some time, but they've been kicking ass. I think
the Celtics will always have like a little bit of a soft spot with me just because it's the first NBA game I've ever seen.
True.
Like in person, like, you know, going to the Garden.
Yeah.
So
that was a good time. It was.
That was. It was the start of the end of a friendship with Shay for some reason.
True.
Whatever happened after, I don't know what happened during after, but like I don't know, something after struck a chord with him, and he was like, "Yo, fuck you guys."
I didn't want to work with him. There was a day I said I didn't want to work with him, and he blew up over it. And I was like,
he took things to heart. Real quick.
Heavy.
Heavy, yeah.
Like, bro, it's not that serious.
I often wonder how he's doing.
Because I also here's the extended reason. It's not that I just didn't want to work with him that day. I was already working with our other roommate at the time, doing landscaping. Steve, that's what his name was. I couldn't remember it for a moment. Steve, I was working with him that day, so I already had someone had already bidded me out. I was getting paid that day, so he's like, "Oh, you chose him over me." Da da da. I'm like, bro, it's not that serious.
Yeah, to him it was a loyalty thing.
It was, and from there, that was it. It was fuck the rest of us. Y'all got roped in just by association.
Right? Like, so at that time, I had like a limit on what I could spend on my card for, you know, purchases.
Right.
So Shafe bought the tickets. I paid him back. Blaine paid him back.
Right.
And after that, man, yeah, he was just like, "I'm done with y'all." We were like,
okay,
damn, but all right. Right. like to be honest with you, like, yeah, like Shafe did become like one of our boys. Like, you know, he was in the circle. Mm-hmm. He was the butt end of a lot of jokes, but that was because of his own self. All right. He did that to himself for a lot of the stuff. Like, you couldn't make up the shit that he did.
Well, he was king douche, honestly. Like
Shafe Money Million. I'm gonna throw this bitch out the window.
Women in his apartment, we probably should have stopped being friends with him a lot sooner.
Red flag was him putting a stripper pole in his bed. His bedroom.
Yeah.
And
he was always
how quick
girls out and shit if they didn't want to fuck with him. I'm like,
how quick he was to kick his girlfriend out of like what 2-3 years that was living with him after one night of us hanging out.
Yes.
Damn.
Literally.
Damn.
So nah,
he was straight up, bitch. Yeah, he's like, "Bitch, get out. I got boys now." Like,
I'm like, yo, so you ain't had no friends?
He was a walking definition of bros before hoes.
Took that too serious.
Too seriously.
I'm like, that was at least guaranteed pussy. Now you back on the market, like you.
We were just like, bro, our power is out, and you were like, he did us a favor, letting us come chill.
Yup.
But like, yeah, we were like, hey, our power's out, and he's like, we're best friends for life.
For life.
Like, he was like, yeah, we chilling.
Yo. That dude.
Yeah, and he did. We did. Like, after that, we were like, all right, fuck it.
I chose one day to not work for the man and work for someone else, and that shattered everything. I was loyal to you. You gonna do this to me? I said, nigga.
He was. I do blame you. He was so mad at you. Yeah, he blocked me on Facebook. Yeah. He blocked me on Snap. Blocked me on Instagram. He just was done. And even Blaine was like, "What the fuck did I do?"
I do blame you. Here's why. Just You gotta do
It's because we were still friends with you.
Just by association, kicked y'all
Guilty
out.
by association. Fuck you guys.
It's like his girlfriend. He kicked y'all out too.
Damn. He threw us out the window.
Yo. Cause what? Then he started hanging out with someone more than us. Was it Josh? Or was Josh gone by that point? Remember Josh?
Are you talking about Josh Gordon?
The dude who tried living at our place with us.
I remember Blaine got home from work and was pissed because Josh was like in his covers, in his bed,
sleeping,
just eating fucking popcorn and snacking.
I thought he was sleeping.
He was sleeping. He did. He eventually fell asleep. But he was just playing video games in his, and he was like, "Hey, he was just supposed to stay for like, I think a week because that was our break, and he had no place to go." And homeboy stayed and tried to move in.
He did.
And he didn't shower, nothing. Oh
no. What is up with
we're putting him on blast right now. Damn. Feel kind of we're putting him on blast. He reached out and apologized like years afterwards.
Bro, that's at least almost a decade ago. So
yeah. I mean, I've been over it, but like, yeah, he reached out like years later. I was like, yo, I did you guys dirty. I was like,
you did
a
tell
little
me
bit.
That. You
yeah,
did.
I was like a little bit, but I was like, whatever, bro.
Right. And it's only randomly when we're talking of the apartment or anything in that realm that I'm like, there was this one weird guy. Because he started out kind of as my homie, and then it leached. I'm still talking about it.
And it got weird.
Yeah.
Didn't he kiss your cheek one night?
Yes.
At the party,
like,
he was
bro,
just like,
what are you doing?
Like, yo.
Yeah. Like, the fuck is.
So let's give some context here. We're at a party. We walk in. Just so people don't think that like we were just sitting around by a campfire and it was intimate. No, it wasn't intimate. All right. And this has nothing to do with like anti-gay, nothing. No. We were at a party. Yeah, we were at a party. We're at Shafe's. We're at Shafe's party. Yeah. And we walk in, he gets hella excited, cool at this point, and then he runs up and he he dabs, and then he gives you a kiss on the cheek. Like what?
You're right. I'm not from
like, hey, there's
bro, don't do that.
I'm like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. We're not that kind of boys.
No, dude, that was wild. I'm like, I'm
pretty sure I remember him trying to like do that to me afterwards, and I was like,
like, I don't even let my brothers kiss me. Well, here's the thing. My younger ones, Ian and David, but that's because I helped raise them, right? My mom was working a lot on 2 jobs, so I was the one running stuff at the house. So they're like my first kids, and then Terry, we've become more amicable over the years, but at most I'm dapping you up, and that's where we gonna keep it. So this random dude putting his lips in any regard, who the fuck? Oh shit!
Now that we're talking about it, after a year of us being on a hiatus, we talked about that apartment quite a bit. And the things that we did when we lived together at that time. We went from like when we were, freshman year at Utica College, and then that apartment and the things that happened.
There was a lot that happened in that apartment. The 2 years that we lived there was a lot that went down.
It really was.
Good. There were some good times. We had a lot of good house parties.
There were a lot of great times. I'm not saying like, oh, a lot went down like it was bad. Not at all.
There's a lot of weird shit that
there was just a lot of weird things that happened, like a lot of what the fuck moments, man.
Bro. Goddamn.
Yeah. Like I still tell people about the party that we had. Who was it? I forget his name. And I forget how we made friends with him, to be honest with you. Maybe it was through Steve. But remember, he wanted, it was his birthday, and we were like, yeah, you can invite a few people. Scott. We're like, yeah, you can invite a few people. It's cool. He invited everybody.
Just blasted it on Facebook. Like, cracked the ceiling downstairs. It was a whole thing. We could have went through that woman's floor that night.
She had kids.
So close to, like, oh.
That could have been a disaster.
That was the moment we were like, we gotta
we can't no we can't do this.
It was the scramble was on. People gotta go. Was that the same night I almost kicked someone down the stairs?
Yeah, you were like, that dude was trying to come up. He was also trying to, I forget what he was trying to sling and sell at that night. Apartments
like just over the way, and I'm like, we don't even know you. You don't know anyone.
Yeah, like he was trying to start shit with you. You're like, this is my motherfucking apartment. Like,
right.
I will drop kick you. And he's like, you were begging him too, and he was like, I'll fuck you. Like,
I was ready, dude.
You had the high ground.
I did. I was gonna fucking spark kick that motherfucker. Who built you?
Yeah, and then the cops came, and they were threatening
they saved us. I will say, this is the one time I will say a cop saved us for real, because
they definitely helped us out, because everyone took off when they came.
Yeah,
for sure. And there was even that one dude who was just out of his mind trying to jump out the window from my bedroom.
He had all the fucking drugs, dude. This dude had everything under the sun. I'm like, who are you?
He was trying to climb out my window and jump out my window. Like, I'm standing there in the doorway with the cops. You and me are standing there. Here's the cops. You and me. He comes through our hallway and sprints behind us. Out of his mind, like, trying to go out the fucking window.
It's just,
and the cops still let him go. That was the worst part, is they let him go. Like, he clearly was probably the one that should have been in handcuffs.
If anybody.
Just for his own stupid safety. Like,
just straight past us, like there aren't officers to my left.
Oh, and then he awkwardly shimmied around them to go down the stairs. That was the best part. That
dude, it was too much. That was too much.
They're like, we could throw you in jail for operating an illegal liquor license. Like, what? We got beer.
Sir,
what kind of money do you think we got?
This isn't even ours. We're trying to get rid of people. Sir, help me.
Like, man.
We're trying to shut this down right now. If you could just give us a second. Like,
we're on it. Like, we've been on it,
dude. Half drunk ourselves, because I know I was trying to sober up long before that even.
I didn't even get drunk. I got home from work.
Oh yeah.
Because I got out at 10, so I got home from work, and it kind of started before I got there. So, like, I got ready real quick.
No, because you were there. There were only a handful of people when you showed up, because we were all able to play beer pong quick, you know?
Yeah. It happened in a flash, though.
Flash flood, dude.
I'm pretty, like, I swear to God, I feel like we walked in the other room to smoke real quick, came out, and hacked.
Sir, that's what happened. we probably should have taken all the cars outside as a sign. Like, wonder where they're going.
We walked into your room, and we walked into a whole nother dimension, and we're like, oh, this is not good. This is not good.
Dude, we didn't make it to midnight. So
no, I sobered up. I sobered up so quick trying to kick people.
Yeah, wild times at the apartment, though.
Have we mentioned our lowest point at that apartment?
No, and that's for another day. Because
is that for another day? Is that too much?
Don't kick us off.
Oh man.
Oh man, this has been good. So pretty much we just gonna hit y'all with the weekly chill sesh. Y'all gonna be hanging out with us. We don't have an agenda. Is pretty much how we're looking at it now.
We're narcissists to some extent. We think that it will benefit you to
100%.
listen to what we have to say because it's really
Yes.
interesting for some reason.
Yes.
We
Even
think that
if
what we
it's
have to
just these
say, you will
doofuses.
enjoy.
First of all, just watch me.
Or whoever the hell watches and wants to listen.
Eventually, I'll end up hitting you with one of my patented speeches. Very empowering, overwhelming to the emotions, and they'll get that side of us, but not today.
Yeah, today was just a kickstart.
And that's just more of me saying I want to hear myself talk a lot.
Right. Of
Not to
course.
say
I
that I
mean,
don't have my own podcast for that. Anyway.
yeah. So yeah, if you don't like this one, I'll start another. And if you don't like that one, I'll start another one.
I'll just keep finding somebody.
I'm here and I'm staying.
I'm not going anywhere. Y'all gonna have to see this face. God damn. Yeah, I think that's just about it for today. You got anything?
Yeah, we got plenty to talk about as far as updating what's been going on through the year. But this is a good soft way to kind of get back into it.
Shit, man. I have I told you too much about my brother and I, Terry? There's a whole update. I'll tell you about it next time.
Whole update, yeah.
Sometime. It's probably not next time, but sometime. I got stuff, guys. Y'all gonna see.
We got plenty of stuff. We got plenty of tea and plenty of juice, some controversies. Oh, we are going to be doing some live sessions, he said. Yeah, we agreed on that.
Yeah, I want to go live. Shit. Facebook Live, YouTube, things like that. Look out for it. We'll be posting a link everywhere. Tanner's back on social medias now, so I can have help. That's great. I love that.
Yes, I am allowed back on social medias now that I don't have.
You were always allowed.
This heavy cloud,
that I call the toxin in your body. True. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all here next week. Peace.
Yep.